All right, hello everyone. As I said in my last video, I want to talk about Marvel Technologies because it is the next setup that I'm looking at. First, I wanted to talk about this August 4th article from Zacks. Basically, they're saying, well, first, if you didn't know, Marvel is a technology company. Right now, they're working a lot in AI infrastructure and they are doing pretty well right now. The challenges that they're facing is one, a lower profit to margin ratio because AI chips are starting to become more expensive to make, even though they are seeing a um, more demand for their chips, and also they have a lot of, I think, Chinese customers, if I'm not mistaken. But with the US government having all of these kind of like foreign relations issues with China, including all of this tariff, that like the tariff wars essentially, um, they are saying that it might not be the they have these short term challenges, but really great outlook for long term growth. And they also have competition from Broadcom, from Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, and from Micron and Nvidia as well, I think. So essentially, Zacks has it as a hold, but that doesn't matter. Let's talk about the technical analysis. So right now we're looking at the 4-hour chart. As you can see, I have a few levels here. I have a 67.50 level, 70 level, 72 level, 74.50, 75.50, 79, and 85. Feel free to chart it on your own and see if you agree with my levels. On the daily, this is what the levels look like. But really, let's talk about what I'm seeing here. So essentially, right now we see Marvel making a symmetrical triangle. And I was thinking about whether or not to I wanted to swing this or day trade this, but as I've become more and more of a swing trader, I'm recognizing as well in my swings that I don't like to trade within ranges. I don't like to enter a swing trade in the middle of a range. So right now the range that I'm looking at is about $69 or $68 all the way up to $82. That is the massive range to me. Like, we're seeing more consolidation in between this level, but the larger range is here. And because we're seeing a symmetrical triangle, which basically means that we can see Marvel either break down below 74.50 or up above 75.50. Basically, I wouldn't want to enter a swing trade for calls for Marvel up until I see it move down into the 68 or 70 dollar level, because that would give me a better profit to loss ratio. I would basically put my stop loss maybe like below this low right here at $66 or 66.50, and I would want to have my profit. I would like to have my entry around $70 to see us move up, probably maybe either back into 79, the daily level, or up until that 4-hour supply zone all the way up at $84. I'm just noticing that I didn't put in Marvel's all-time high. Oh, I did. It's at 127.36. We are very far from that right now. But coming back down to the 1-hour time frame, basically we are seeing this squeeze happening here. It's come down from this 85 level, which is a weekly level, so a very high time frame level, and we were seeing it squeeze kind of within this area of interest. I called it an area of interest because I couldn't really choose between these two 1-hour levels, and you can see their dashed lines because they're not as surefire. I think that 74.50 or 75.50 would be pretty good levels, so I just named it an area of interest. It's basically an area of support and an area of resistance rather than it being like a set key level. But I am looking for day trades specifically. If I were to day trade this, I would look for a break above $75.50 into $79. And if I wanted to play, I wouldn't want to play puts as much, though puts would be okay. But if I did play puts, no, I honestly wouldn't be looking for puts here. I would only be looking for calls above 75.50 up until 79, or maybe even to this 4-hour supply zone. If I got like really lucky and saw like a crazy push, which is probably like not going to happen. But if I see a move to the downside, this move to the downside would be so that I can see a move into $70 and then to then have a swing call back up. But I don't think that I'm looking for day trading puts specifically, because I just don't like that setup as much. But I'm honestly really quite excited about mrvl and what we're seeing here, because mrvl I think is also evaluated as a strong buy. We could see that in the technicals here. Oh, it's neutral. It's neutral right now on the 1 day. On the 1 week, it's a buy, though the moving averages are showing strong buy. And on the 1 month, a buy. So it was a strong buy when I first charted it, and now it's come down a little bit, which I can understand, because you can see that since July 30th, it's been falling. And then if I were to put back in my EMAs, my 9, 20, and 50 EMAs, we can see that on the 4-hour chart, the 9 EMA has crossed below both the 21 and the 50 EMAs, which is signaling on the 4-hour a downtrend. So honestly, we might see this break below this trend line into 72 and maybe 70 more than we see, more than we're prone to see a break above. On the daily chart, though, let me see exactly what these are doing. We're still on a slight uptrend because our 9 is still above our 21 EMA. But on the 4-hour, we're seeing a downtrend. And on the 1 hour, I'm thinking we're also seeing a downtrend, since we're seeing it on the 4-hour. On the 1 hour, we're seeing a downtrend. We're much below the 50 and 21 EMAs with that 9 EMA, and we're down here on this area of interest. But especially on the 1 hour, we kind of see that it's been holding kind of like these levels. This between like 73 and 74-ish levels, 74.50 level. So that's why, like, if it breaks below this trend line, then that would be pretty promising for a move down, hopefully into 72 or 70 for entrance into swing. I'm honestly not really looking as much for day trading puts. But that's my thoughts on mrvl right now. I'm honestly really excited to see what it does, because I think this is a pretty great setup right now with the trends and what we're seeing with support and resistance. I don't see any demand zones just yet, because honestly, like, the most aggressive push up, I guess, maybe started here, and I don't know, we're just pretty far away from that at the moment, so not really worried about that. I don't have any levels other than the 1 week level below here, but I think that a potentially good level might be like around here, like in this area, in case we do move below 67.50. But right now, I'm not really worried about that. I'll chart those levels if they become necessary. So yeah, that's my thoughts on mrvl. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.